Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into this. Libra's happy full moon. This is the full pink moon, and so I wanted to do a specific pink moon message for every zodiac. It'll probably take me 2 days or so to get them all out, but that's good because the full moon kind of has like a 3-day span. Now, with this in mind, because this is the pink moon, has a lot to do with the name coming from the creeping phlox, which is beautiful, blooming pink flowers. I will post a picture of my own creeping phlox later on today on my community page on this channel. But just FYI, the color pink has a lot to do with love, gentleness, kindness, sometimes feminine energy. Let's get a message that might encompass all of that. So we have the Lovers in the reverse, Gemini energy here. To have the Lovers in the reverse, this is somebody who is very clear on what they're not choosing. There is a direction that they've chosen not to go. Wow, and we have a 10 of Swords. So although I'm talking about this as if it's going to be a message of gentleness and kindness and love, this is somebody closing one door, which could be an act of loving oneself, saying, at last I am done with this. At last I know where my heart is, and my heart is not there. Yeah, 7 of Wands. It is closing out a chapter that has had nothing but pushback, nothing but drama, nothing but problems. This is how somebody overcomes struggles. And a character, this Libra, I think, has been able to, although I don't know for sure yet that we're talking about Libra. We could be talking about somebody else. We could be talking about a Gemini. We could be talking about a Leo, Sag, Aries as well. But we have somebody who has decided to work through the struggles by saying, why would I stay connected to something that isn't working? To work through the struggle, why don't I close the doorway of the struggle? This is not what I wanted. I don't want something that's painful. I would rather close chapters. And then we turn to the Ace of Wands. I think we have a character who, I could read it one of two ways. So before I say anything, let me just get one more on that Ace of Wands. Yeah. Now, I think if our Libra dealt with somebody who was thinking that someone who had another lover or couldn't make a decision or was indecisive, if they thought for any period of time, like, what, I'm supposed to accept somebody back into my life who has put me through that, they finally said, why am I struggling with the idea that they're not what I want? I can actually clearly identify that. I don't want someone who treats me that way. There isn't actually love here. This could also just be Libra who's acknowledged, like, I don't want to be here. Maybe a misplaced sense of guilt or something had kept them there, but they don't want to be there, so they're leaving it behind. Ace of Wands, they are going where their passion truly takes them. They are listening to their innermost voice, and they're listening to the divine higher voice of, like, this is a card of healing. It's a card of, I see this character passionate about healing, passionate about, like, getting their own energy clean and relaxed again, and saying to themselves, why would I have to stay in a relationship where I don't want to be? Whose like, responsibility is it? Does somebody else get to decide where I have to put my energy? Just if they want me, I have to give to them? I don't want to give to them. I don't want to be here at all. I'm done. I really feel like this is a Libra who has said, I need to heal from whatever obligation kept me dealing with something that I didn't even want to deal with, or kept me thinking that I had to deal with someone who wasn't really giving me the love that I wanted, or someone who was indecisive, or someone who, I feel like this is Libra who was with someone that they didn't want to be with, or they were in a connection that was over a long time ago. And this is them finally saying, it was over a long time ago. I am moving on from it. I am healing, and I am moving forward, and I feel so much better. That's the way I would say this. I think that they're in a much better energy. We have the Lovers upright. We have the Two of Cups. Oh my, we're the Four of Pentacles upright. For some period of time, I think that Libra having this, needing to get to this point of releasing something that wasn't really right for them, and releasing it wholly and completely, releasing themselves from the burden of it, releasing themselves. Someone might have made it very difficult for Libra to move on. And maybe it was Libra themselves making it difficult. This could have been Libra who was having a difficult time of letting go of a past romance where that romantic partner really wasn't good for them. But even after that ended, the Libra still had some trouble releasing the thought of them. Holding on to the thought of the wrong person, holding on to the thought of either I can't end this or it has ended, but I can't let it go yet, was really bogging them down from being able to be in a genuine, like, Two of Cups relationship, something beautiful. The one thing that is so awesome about this is that there is somebody else out there for Libra. Now, this storyline could be fairly precise. This could be possibly a masculine Libra who is feeling really drawn toward a feminine who could have a ton of pheromones, could really be like reeling them in. And it's going to be their Two of Cups. This could be somebody that they've wanted to be with for a long time, but held back from. Or we could just say, this could be our Libra also. This could be somebody else who has been needing to fully release a storyline that was already over. And they needed to get passionate about healing. And the second they do that, it opens up the doorway for them to move toward the genuine connection of their life. The Lover's card that's upright, the person who chooses them and they choose this individual as well. A person who could be, this could be interesting because whomever it is that the Libra had to leave behind, or the memory of an ex or something that they had to surrender and leave behind, because we have the Lover's card twice, and the Gemini already has a duality to it, could be that the ex that they needed to forget about, if this is Libra leaving somebody behind or vice versa, the person that they needed to forget about could actually have similar qualities to, let's say this is our Libra, for example. Libra could actually have some similar qualities, but on the positive spectrum. So let's put it this way. This was like I don't want to say the evil twin of Libra, but sometimes people are drawn to the same qualities, but the same qualities can appear in different ways. Like, let's say, for example, Libra and this ex both had a sense of, they were very self-possessed, or that's what it seemed like on the surface. But then as this person started to recognize a partner that they were with, actually they weren't self-possessed, they were selfish. They weren't someone who was self-assured. They were somebody who expected everybody to do everything their way because they were spoiled brats who always wanted things their way. Sometimes self-assuredness and confidence, as you get a little deeper, you can realize, that person's not confident about their own skills that they've genuinely worked on, and they've developed a real strength. Instead, somebody is confident because they're full of themselves. They're spoiled brats, and they think everybody should listen to them, and they always have it right, and nobody else can tell them anything. That's kind of the difference between somebody who actually has, the qualities that maybe this character has been looking for, versus the person who didn't really have those qualities. Now, the reason I know this is a little hard to follow, because it's like, well, which character is which? We don't have anything that tells me who Libra is in this. We don't have this nailed down as to who this is. So this could be Libra who dealt with an ex who has really not got any of the qualities that they genuinely wanted, and then they meet somebody else who is so much like their ex, only in the good version, like I just explained. Somebody who genuinely is confident and self-possessed because they really have skill sets to back it up, versus somebody that was just bossy and spoiled and thought, what do you mean? I know everything. That's the difference. Now, it could be that somebody is leaving behind basically a karmic situation and fully committed to healing, and is moving toward Libra. And Libra is the one who has the genuine attributes that they really wanted. Libra is the true Two of Cups. But it was very hard for them to get themselves away from a previous connection, or I'll just say a karmic situation. The one thing is, in all the time that it took for this person to extricate themselves from a very difficult situation, do you know one of the benefits, though, is that they have not had this kind of love or expression of love for anybody in a long time. So it's like all of this has been stored up for this connection that they'll have with Libra, or vice versa, however we want to look at it. This, whomever was trapped in this, they did not have love, right? They didn't have love. They had a painful ending and a lot of stagnancy and a lot of awareness of what love wasn't. So they haven't had anybody to share that kind of emotion with. So it's going to be like the floodgates open. Like this is somebody who's going to be reveling and basking in love and tenderness and wanting to hold hands and wanting those public displays of affection and so proud to be seen with this amazing person that they love and who loves them in return. Sometimes when we are denied a lot of happiness, a lot of kindness, a lot of love, when we do get it, it's going to feel like 10 times sweeter. We have the awakening. We have the judgment card. My dog just sounded like a little surfacing dragon or something, or like sea monster with his snoring just now. This definitely feels like some Two of Cups reunion. It's a chance to heal this connection. It's a chance to come into a union, and I think it's going to be sweeter than ever. I don't really know if it's Libra who is finally ready to move toward their person. We have Scorpio here. Again, I haven't seen enough cards here to tell me who is who. So the storyline could fit either direction still. Who is Libra in this? Let me just see if I can nail it down, because it always drives me bananas when I can't tell. Inspiration of Cups. For this storyline, it looks like Libra is the one who was held back from being able to really bond with a true Two of Cups relationship. To me, this is saying it is they who had an ending that was just very prolonged. It was they who were still holding on to a karmic memory of someone that they were done with, but it was still a stumbling block for them. It was blocking them from being able to really have new passion, real healing, and connect with this amazing person that is just right for them. But it's going to be so sweet. It doesn't matter. Maybe this Libra had been healing from an ex for the last 22 years that they haven't even spoken to, but they also hadn't moved on into a new relationship. This says maybe after this full moon, it's time for our Libra. They'll really embrace this and they'll really feel ready. What is the magic that helps them be so ready then to really embrace something new? Eight of Swords. The difference is something's going to be really illuminated about why there was stuck energy, where the stuck energy came from. Remember, this is Ten of Swords is always a completion of something. And I feel like there's some very amazing moment of awareness that this Libra has that, wow, maybe all the messages I were getting that kept reinforcing that I should stay here were actually the warning signs that, hey, I'm really stuck. All these little, I always call this like my sooty little angel wings, the little feathers, instead of them being the white feathers of the healing, there were signs and signals, I think, that said, hey, this is a negative sign. Libra, if you're not smiling very much, maybe it's because you're feeling stuck. Hey, Libra, if you can't quite get over an ex, or let go of something that happened because you're still processing it, maybe you're processing it because you're actually still stuck in some way. Maybe you didn't see a piece of information correctly yet that'll really help you feel free of this. Maybe there was guilt, maybe there was fear, maybe there was shame, maybe there were reasons that a character felt like, I don't know how to let this go yet, or I can't leave behind a karmic partner, because there could have been other factors that were pressing on Libra, making them feel like I'm not allowed to. Maybe they needed to give themselves permission to move on, is kind of what I'm getting at here. I love the fact that permission is coming in with this particular full moon. It's such a beautiful time to move toward things that are more loving, more kind, more gentle. And that starts with being loving, kind, and gentle with ourselves. And then looking at our life as like, hey, we do make mistakes. Sometimes we don't go after the best things for us for a period of time, but we can always change that. It's never too late to make good changes, especially if we ask ourselves, are the choices I'm making today governed by love and kindness and gentleness? And I really think that this Libra is just allowing themselves to move towards something so much more beautiful. Tell me just a little about the Two of Cups combined with that Lover's card. We do have a feminine on that Lover's card. Boy, we have the Devil, or the Action of Swords. This has been, even though this is the place that Libra has wanted to be, it was also the place they were most fearful of going. And at this point, I think that the desire and the passion to move toward their Two of Cups person is going to be a sudden surge. I think they're going to suddenly take this action. This Libra is going to suddenly go ahead and say, I'm not afraid to be deeply in love. I'm not afraid to hold back, or I'm not afraid to go toward that person who I consider my Two of Cups, even though it's taken me forever to be able to reach out to them. I'm going to just suddenly do it. And I feel like they have been so close. They have been feeling for so long like, I just need to do this. I just need to do this. And that they're finally, all of this is about somebody allowing themselves to choose love, to choose happiness, and not feel guilty about it. I don't know why a character would have ever felt guilty or shameful about their right to be happy. But I definitely think that that was some really core wound that they had to heal from. I think that this Libra has really been empowered in this story in so many ways, right? They're empowered enough to say, I'm allowed to be happy. I'm allowed to go toward what I want. I'm allowed to gravitate toward the kind of relationship that I want, the kind of way I want to be loved. And I think that's what's helping them either meet or return to someone that they care a great deal about. All right, I'm going to leave this story here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys again real soon. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye for now.